And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast morning show for Monday, December 5th, 2022. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming. Good morning, Burley. How are you doing on this fine Monday morning?
Good evening to you, Expat. Doing okay. It is quite cold out there. Since as Fubu has said, I am the prince that was promised. So you got to do your patrols out there.
Okay. Yeah, she's still on that tangent. Okay. I just want to say that, out here in Japan, it was cold and rainy today. Yeah, it was rainy, but yeah, it was like maybe right now it's down to like 2 degrees, 2-3 degrees. And so, yeah.
Minus 6 here.
Minus 6.
And with the wind chill, it feels like minus 10.
Yeah, I wonder how the weather is out in Vancouver area where my daughter is right now. So it's probably getting cold.
A little warmer than me, but
warmer,
not it's not 2
not
degrees
much.
Like you.
Yeah. So, but so I had a good gaming weekend actually. For the first time in a long time, I actually got a few hours of gaming in. So played Callisto Protocol, and we're going to talk about that later on. Because here in the morning show, we're going to be talking about the news of the PC issues with Callisto Protocol. And PC gamers are apparently having a problem with that. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about a Stadia game that's moving over to console, as well as to Steam Deck. We're going to be talking about that. Dragon Age Dreadwolf, there was a new cinematic trailer. So about the story of Solus. So we're going to talk about that as well. And then Callisto Protocol on PC. But I have to admit, Burley, Callisto Protocol is amazing. I'm loving it. Just the kill, scenes, the death scenes, the death animations. Oh my goodness. They're amazing. I'm loving it. I can understand. I'm starting to understand why this game probably could not have been released in Japan.
With all the kills and everything.
Oh man, they are so graphic. I'm just loving it. Of course, I can stomach it, but probably a lot of people out here couldn't. It's pretty gory, and. We'll talk about it more as we get into that part of the show. But what have you been playing? What did you play this past weekend, I should ask?
Well, I finished up Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Nice.
I finally finished that. I'm glad I finished it. I enjoyed it, but anyone that's playing it, small spoiler here. Mm-hmm. If you're going to go fight the final boss, make sure you have at least an hour and a half, because that's how long the boss is, and then plus the time for cutscenes. Yeah. It is a long, drawn-out fight, in my opinion. Mm. It's like, I'm playing it late at night, and it's like one of those things. I know I'm close to finishing it, so I just want to freaking finish it, and then I can pass out.
Right.
So, and then yesterday, I streamed some Mario Kart, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice. Now, before we go on with the news, there's some, of course, news about our content that Burley, I think you should mention to our viewers here about the Game Awards. So you're going to be streaming that with Carl and another guest. So why don't you talk about that for a moment or two for all the viewers?
Yeah, we're going to stream it. We're going to record it. Me, Turn-Based Carl, from the show, and a special guest from my community, Fryman14.
Cool.
So.
Cool. I'm sorry I will not be able to join you guys. Of course, I'm out here in Japan, and with the time difference, I'll be at work that time of day, unfortunately. So
yeah, I was gonna say,
I would love to be with you guys, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know you want to be with us. It's just like the timing, unfortunately. That's the one of the problems with the show being the time zone difference.
Yeah. Me being out here in Japan and you guys being out there in the West, and on the East Coast. Yeah. So, I wish I could, man, but it's like my life is out here. So yeah. So
I know.
So, but yeah, so all of you viewers of the morning show, be sure to go and check out Burley and Carl and Fryman as they, of course, actually, it's going to be pre-recorded and then it's going to be uploaded later on to the YouTube channel. So as soon as we get it up to the Arena Productions here, you can go and check it out and watch that. So it'll be their reactions. They're basically their live reactions to the awards and of course all the announcements and everything. And we'll be covering that as well. We'll be giving our discussion on the next episode of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast as well on the game awards and all the announcements and everything. So it'll be like a recap of everything that they talked about. So, if you can't watch the upload of Burley and Carl and Fryman giving their live reactions, then come and check out the regular edition of the podcast that we do every Saturday. So you can go and check that out. All right. So let's get to our first story. So Burley, I'm going to let you take it away and talk about this as I get the video of this new Stadia game because Stadia is closing down shop in January. A lot of these Stadia exclusive games are moving over to console or to PC. So, and this is one of those games. So, go ahead, take it away, man. Talk about it.
Alrighty, another Stadia exclusive makes it to the lifeboat of getting off Stadia and going everywhere else. It's called Wavetail. It's jumping onto PC and console December 12th. We just got the confirmation that this was getting out. It's made by Wholesome Games. And you know what? It's nice to see that this game just did not get canceled, or it got its way out. They finally, I'm sure there were contract negotiations and all this that they had to go through so much stuff, because even though Stadia is technically dying at like the end of the year, early January, I'm sure there's still contract stuff, like they were told you have to keep it here still technically. And then they just got, I'm sure, the stuff at the 11th hour. So, like, was it 7 days before it's released, we finally get announced, hey, this is going to come to everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really pretty, though.
The art's...
Yeah, the art style looks beautiful. I mean, looking forward to playing this game, eventually.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely try this game. Definitely pick it up and try it at some point. I'm glad to see it's not stuck in any way. You can experience on it on pretty much any device coming now. So yeah, so December 12th. So Switch, PS5, PS4, Series X, Xbox One, and on Steam. And Steam Deck.
On the Steam Deck, yes. So get it on the Steam Deck, Burley. Play it on the Steam Deck, see how it runs. Yeah. Should check it out, man. Yeah. So, alrighty. Okay, so that was our story about, So
Wavetail.
Wavetail, yep.
I'm curious to see how many more we got left that were pure development for Stadia that we're going to get over the next little while announced that they're jumping multi-platform. Yeah.
All right, and next up, of course, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. We got a new cinematic trailer that dives into the story of Solus. So, Burley, go for it. Take this one away too, man. So, yeah, what do we got here about the story of Solus?
So, it's Solar. So we finally got the new trailer for Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Earlier in the year, we had gotten the title Dreadwolf. So yesterday, in celebration of Dragon Age Day, BioWare took to Twitter and kicked off the day celebration with a new cinematic for the upcoming Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Now, BioWare describes it as an in-game cinematic. It's more of an animated teaser, diving into the backstory of Solus, the titular Dreadwolf. Those who played Dragon Age Inquisition and the Trespasser expansion will be familiar with the content of the cinematic, but it serves as a handy recap while also setting up what looks like an epic face-off against Solus in the upcoming Dreadwolf. Whether BioWare and EA have more to share of the upcoming RPG in the coming days remains to be seen, but fans will remain certain, hoping for a substantial showing in the not too distant future with the Game Awards coming up. Yeah, I think we will see something at the Game Awards. But as I've stated before on the podcast on this show, this game is still a few years off because this game has had rocky development, to say the least. And it's like,
well, I mean, they're putting all their efforts right now into into other things at the moment.
They have a big studios and big teams. So I'm sure there is like one Mass Effect team and one Dragon Age team. It's just a matter of, we know with Dragon Age it had issues, so they had to restart. Mass Effect, we know they're working on Mass Effect 4, but who knows which one's going to come first.
I think Dragon Age will come first. I really do. I think Mass Effect is still a long ways off.
I think Mass Effect's still a ways off, but I could see Mass Effect coming before Dragon Age, because they've stopped and start Dragon Age development so many times.
Okay. Yeah. Who knows? I mean,
but we shall see. What people, if you guys are watching this on the video version up on YouTube, what do you guys think? Which one's going to come first? Dragon Age or Mass Effect? Yeah,
let us know in the comments. We'd really appreciate that. So, all right, Burley.
Good morning, Dark Fairy in the chat.
Hey, Dark Fairy. Hey, welcome on in. So, all right, next up, we're going to talk about the Callisto Protocol, and PC gamers are saying they're having issues with it. We're going to talk about that. So, but first of all, Burley has to fly the drone, of course. So get that controller ready, Burley.
Yep.
So he's got the drone controller ready. All right, we'll be back right after this. So stay tuned. I just had to put that one in there.
I knew you were going to when I sent you this article. I knew that image was coming.
Yeah, I just had to. Anyway, so for all of you video viewers that don't like looking at in toilets, just look away from that. So the Callisto Protocol PC version is plagued with performance issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to the story here. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of it here for you. So this is from John Walker over at Kotaku. So with the launch of the Callisto Protocol, which launched actually on Friday, so the consensus across the games media is that this is a decent PS5 Dead Space-like, but a terrible PC game. And I have to admit, Burley, I'm playing it on PS5, and I've had no issues with this game. This game has been amazing so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving every second of it. And I'll talk a little bit about the game briefly in a moment or two. But they're talking about all these stutter issues on the PC side of things. There was a day one patch that came out, and it was supposed to address the stutter issues. Maybe on the console side, it fixed it. But apparently, I guess on the PC side, they're still having some issues. Anyway, so on the PC side, the game is grimly stuttering, even on top-end machines. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here the image. Let me go ahead and get to that. So these are the PC specs. Okay. So you got a Max and an Ultra. Okay. So operating system, obviously Windows 10 or 11. Processor. You got the Ryzen 7 2700, or on the Ultra side, the AMD Ryzen 3900X.
Yep.
So 16 gigabytes of RAM, of course. The graphics card for the Max, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. That's what you have, right, Burley? You have a 2070.
Yep. Yeah, I have a 2070.
And I have the 3070 with my laptop here. But on the Ultra side, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. So that's what they're recommending. DirectX 12, and 75 gig available storage space. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about these stuttering issues. I mean, because I've been playing it on the PC side of things, so yeah. So it's just a lot of PC players are saying the game is just absolute garbage at the moment, and I would have to disagree in the sense that I'm playing it on console, and it's running fine. I feel for the players that are trying to play it on PC, I guess, but I haven't had any stuttering issues, and I've put about almost 6 hours into the game, and I haven't had any problems whatsoever. So
okay, yeah, no, well, that sucks for PC players. It really does. Hopefully they can get a patch out for the PC players, especially like if you've got the rigs. This sucks when you have a powerful rig and you are overpowered for the game and it still runs like crap.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get the people that are like, they're under the specs and they run the game. And it's like, it runs like crap. And it's like, well, here are the specs for the game and you're running well under it. I don't know what you want them to do. And then.
Yeah. All I can say is, this game is beautiful on console. I mean, I'm playing it on PS5, and it's very similar to Dead Space. And I just have to say, the thing that's a little bit different from Dead Space, even though a lot of people compare this to Dead Space, like Dead Space 2.0, I even do in certain areas, the combat. Mm-hmm. Like in Dead Space with Isaac, you had the cutter and everything. Mm-hmm. You would not let the enemies get close to you. You would either blow off or shoot off their arms or limbs, the legs or whatever, and then come up and then stomp them and crush them, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I yawned a little, but I was saying, just agreeing with you, like, yep. No, that's how I played with Dead Space. I would shoot their arms and legs off.
Yes.
Wait for them to crawl around and then just go, stop.
Right.
Because you always, in Dead Space, especially in Dead Space, you always stomp everything. Make sure it is dead.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Callisto Protocol is almost up to the 6 hour point, at least right now, all you have is like a handgun, which is cool because you get them 3D printed. So like all your weapons are basically like you go to a 3D printer, now. So I guess the technology for 3D printing in video games, so when it comes to the weapons. And then you have, of course, the stun blade, that has the electricity bolts on it. But the combat is basically in your face, basically fighting every single enemy right in front of each other, hand to hand combat, man. I mean, it's like basically all you have that club. If you don't have any ammo in that handgun, you just got the club and you're just beating them until they die. And so it's like just brutal face-to-face, hand-to-hand combat with every single enemy. And then you have enemies that are like about the same size as you or a little smaller, and then you have like the bloated ones. And those are the ones that are really difficult to kill. Because if you just have that club, it takes about 20-25 hits to take one of those things out. But then when you stomp on it, you get lots of credits and you get, some health gels and things. And what's cool about this game is it almost seems to kind of know when you're about to die, because it's like when you go into another room and your health meter on your neck. So the difference between Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol is in Dead Space, you had the health meter on your suit of armor, your armor suit, right? It was kind of like the spine. Whereas in Callisto Protocol, there's this it's a chip that's implanted into your neck, and that shows your health bar. and it's like when your health bar is almost down to nothing, when you go into the next room, you're gonna see like a deal on the wall that you can pick out a health pack injector.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they know exactly when you're going to be almost at the point of death, and it's like that next room is going to have, you know, a box where you can break out a health pack injector and
Get some help to try and survive what's coming for you in the next room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm loving about this game, man. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you have this other protagonist, and he's like on the comms with you, just like in Dead Space with the woman. She's on the comms with you most of the time, you know, talking to Isaac. Whereas this other prison inmate, because basically you're in this prison on Callisto, you know, and I guess when Jacob, who is the main character's name, he gets onto Callisto, you know, they basically take him as a prisoner, even though he's like a cargo pilot. They just take him as a prisoner, and then as soon as he gets in the prison and has that thing implanted in his neck, it's like boom, you know, it's like what the hell happened? You know, it's like the whole prison is like infested with all these, you know, monsters and stuff, you know, and you know, like inmates that have been transformed, I guess you could say. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to spoil the game or anything, but it's amazing. It's fun to play, and I haven't had any issues with it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to get a chance to play and try it.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun, but it's brutal. I mean, the kill scenes. I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, it's really like right up in your face graphic. I mean, they make a point. The creators of this game, you know, Striking Force, you know, they make it a point to, you know, make you cringe, and there are jump scares too. I'm getting to the point now. It's getting like Dead Space type jump scares now, and that's what I like. So it's like right when you turn around, you know.
Yeah, no surprise.
Yeah. All right. So, so that's been our Monday edition of the morning show. So, of course, we talked about, games from Stadia now coming over to console. We also talked about the new Dragon Age game. We talked a little bit about that and the new trailer that they came out with. And, of course, Callisto Protocol and the PC side of things having stuttering issues and people complaining about that. So I hope that's taken care of. So yeah. Any last words, Burley, before we finish up?
Well, first of all, thank you to anyone that has come here live. Anyone watching this on YouTube up as the video, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. We love to see your comments. Right. If you can, please hit that like button. It really does help for us to get more discoverable, help us out. And if you're new here and you like what you see, please click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that way you know when we're next time we post a video or doing the live. And thank you, Dark Fairy. Glad I was able to
thank you, Dark Fairy.
We really do appreciate it. Hope you have enjoyed. And if you do like it here, we will be doing some more. We got some live streams. We'll be doing a lot more next year because we now made YouTube partner. So please, if you can, consider hitting that join button so that way you get some special benefits like our special emoticons and all that.
Yeah, we got some cool content coming up. Like we said at the beginning of the show, Burley, Carl, and a special guest, the Fry Man. He's going to be coming in with them. I can't do the show with them at that time because of the time difference here in Japan. I will be at work at that time, but the three are going to be doing live reactions, and then they will be recording that, and then we'll be uploading it later to the Arena Productions YouTube of the Game Awards. So stay tuned for that. And of course, our content, for example, Willow. We're doing weekly reaction videos to Willow, which is on Disney Plus. So we're excited to bring you that as well. And then early 2023, we've got lots of content for you. Of course, coming your way, The Last of Us, from
Mhm.
HBO Max. We're going to be doing our reactions and discussion of each episode of those. And then, of course, with Marvel, we've got Quantum Mania coming out soon. So we're going to be doing our reactions to that. And on the Star Wars side of things, of course, Mandalorian Season 3 is going to be starting on March 1st. So we're going to be bringing that to you as well. So, and of course, all the Star Trek shows, the final season of Picard, of course, the second season of Lower Deck, or actually the fourth season of Lower Decks when that comes out. And then the second season of Strange New Worlds, as well as Discovery Season 5. Lots of Star Trek content coming out next year
And
as well.
we still got at least 2 more extra takes we will be doing. Once I finish up Pokemon and God of War Ragnarok, those extra takes will be shot and recorded. And I'm hoping by the time I get the Callisto Protocol to do that and shoot and get footage for that.
Yeah, and then we can both talk about that because I'll have finished by then probably as well. So, all right, so that's going to do it for the Monday edition of the morning show. So, Dark Fairy, thank you so much for coming in. Everybody else that comes in video on demand as I upload the video later to the playlist, the Arena Gaming News Morning Show playlist. So please check that out there. And we really thank you for all of your viewership and thank you for your support. So it's time to say goodbye. So thank you so much, Burley. And we hope to catch you tomorrow in the Tuesday edition of the morning show. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. We hope to catch you tomorrow. So take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Out.